Hello and welcome back to The Letter, and the party's just about to get started, and I guess everyone in town's being invited, I guess so. Cars line up the driveway, peppering the front of the mansion with vehicles of every kind. Grand tours, supercars, even the odd high-end muscle car, two convertibles, grand saloons, and other luxury cars can be seen being parked by valets. A handful of cabs drive off, possibly for those who thought it's too troublesome to bring their own cars. There are at least two different media vans as well. They're all here for what may be considered the biggest event of the year for Luxembourg. Okay, so far, who knows what we'll plan for winter holidays.
Welcome everyone. Please make yourselves at home.
I've been recording this for a while, so I'm a bit tired. Anyways, some of the guests idle, enjoying the warm, if not strange sunshine, are experiencing before gloomy skies inevitably return. They greet acquaintances and friends with warm smiles, others less so. From where I stand, I can see the hierarchy of power. Ties that bind these individuals here, whether through convenience or necessity. You son of a bitch. From our stand, however, there are also few who are not here to further cement their current place in society. Okay, so I didn't skip anything. I just quickly actually double tapped. Here, what's that? Ashton? Such as that young man with his oriental air, ignorant of the looks he receives from women and men alike.
Be careful with Shirley, alright?
Shirley? Who's Shirley? Or that rose-haired woman talking on her phone while she looks unsure of why she is here exactly.
Yes, I'm at the party already, Mom. Yes, I'll say hi to her if I can.
And Zach. Okay, I see Zachary the photographer as well. He talks to a few of the other media crew with an air of familiarity.
I was just here a few days ago, yeah. And the inside is huge, but the staff are pretty helpful if you get lost.
And then there are people like Chief Inspector, which we don't really care about, who is probably gonna be an ass. People who can never be too sure about. People who stand on the border between being suspicious and being untrustworthy. But who's Shirley? Who the hell is that? Hold on, let me see. Shirley. There's... It's only Isabella and Rebecca that Ashton couldn't know. Who is... A cat, maybe? I don't know. People who stand on the border between being suspicious and being trustworthy.
Thank you for the invite, Anna. Husband still missing, I see.
I should be saying the same of your darling Rochelle, Lee. The doctors again?
She told me she'll just be in the gardens. Bet she's lying and that she's somewhere around mingling, gossiping with the other ladies. It's no offense, but that seems to be all you ladies do at these parties.
And aren't you gossiping right now?
Yes, well, what about Luke? Should we file a missing persons report now, or do you want to wait 24 hours?
He's around.
Somewhere.
Now I can tell if someone's bluffing. Don't tell me, let me guess. He's finally drunken himself to death and not wanting a scandal, you've hidden his body. I was wanting to give this housewarming gift to him personally, too. It's a plate that holds a wine glass so he can stop killing himself with liquid lunches.
A plate that holds a wine... What?
Looks like it's too late for that.
Nothing like that. Besides, this is a hardly polite conversation.
Oh, relax, I'm just trying to be cheeky to lighten the mood. It's not like I want Luke dead. The man doesn't serve dodgy plonk like the others when I visit, and he pays his respects well enough. Could use a glass of wine or 3, actually. Rochelle's been in a horrid mood. Threw her stilettos at me the other day and almost took an eye out. Not sure if this is how it usually goes, but I blame the pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Still no plans for a baby? I guess that's for the best. If it's this bad now, I can't even imagine how bad it'll be when that little baby bump becomes huge.
Have I mentioned how I don't trust him, nor how hard I tried to do so? At least he brought a gift, I suppose.
Why don't you just go inside and have some wine, Lee?
Think I will, thanks.
Greetings such as these carry on as the guests continue to trickle in. Whether we have short conversations or merely shake hands and nod heads, I make sure to attend and welcome each of them. As the first hour passes us by, the rest of the stragglers and I adjourn to the ballroom, and latecomers will have the attention of the porter instead. I have other duties to attend to now. Like what? Oh, the ballroom, okay. Still fairly empty, but whatever. Housing parties always the same old song and dance no matter how big or small it is. Make sure your guests are well fed, have good company, and have them generally enjoy themselves. So when my opening remarks are done, the band has started to play and the guests have started eating, I find myself wandering around aimlessly unless I am pulled aside. For a while, I stay with the small group and entertain them before excusing myself. Whether or not any more watching me, I end up watching them. When they don't listen, I do. A local banker is having trouble with his daughter. He wishes to marry her off, but she wants nothing more but to make music. One of our hotel managers will worry about the stolen belongings of one of his patrons, a failing insecurity which should be brought up to higher authority soon. Our mayor, well, his cat died. Okay. Just like that, mayor, he has lots of problems. His cat died, whatever. Then there is that rose-haired woman once again. Wonder if she's still sick by now. It is hard to not notice her with her distinctive locks. She also lacks the grace that other ladies have, though that does not make her any less beautiful. Her stance in the air she exudes in this way, she's alright, okay. So I was like, what's their relationship already? So I know I'm probably gonna fuck it up badly. She exudes instead are strong and they make her stand out despite her casual attire. Many men have already given her their attention, though each invitation to dance has been turned down. I approach intrigued, although it is no great mystery what occupies her own attention, with the glances she keeps sending towards the boy with the oriental hair. She remains unaware though, even as I stand beside her, saying that I am there for a drink.
You would catch his eye a lot better if you wore nicer clothes, don't you think?
Didn't realize the housewarming was going to be this fancy. I would have gone with a nice dress if I knew.
Oh, you're fine, dearie. It's only really the parvenus, those who climb, that come to these parties all dolled up. Quite the black-haired beauty, isn't he?
Well, if we're for that one part of the video, he is, what was it? Pretty chill for an Asian guy? That's not gonna leave my mind for a while. The boy comes over, but do nothing to speak any softer. He merely passes by, and it is a wonder he doesn't hear what I say.
Who, Ash?
You know, you really shouldn't have turned down his offers. If I wasn't married, I'd happily go dancing with those young men. But you said a name. Ash. That's the exquisite lad you've been looking at all this time. I don't know him, and I'm the one hosting this party. That must mean you know each other. Is he your boyfriend then? Because that would explain those rejections.
She doesn't look that. In all my life, I've never seen a face grow red so fast. The shade of her hair did not help as well. This is the most pink I've seen on a person, really.
What? No, that's ridiculous. He isn't my boyfriend.
Such a violent reaction. A simple no would have sufficed. Many here would be happy to hear it.
And I haven't been looking at him.
Uh-huh.
That's right. You've been staring. Quite heatedly, in fact. Although I'm not sure if you look like you want to kiss him or kill him.
It's more the latter currently.
Just don't go murdering him on my property. I don't want to walk into a room and suddenly find a body there.
I wonder if this is hinting to something later. However, as I feel the burning of someone's stares. It is chilling, and though I am used to enduring the gaze of others, this one makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. What the fuck? I don't understand. How do people not notice? It's chilling, and though I'm used to drinking the gaze of others, this one makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. My attention is pulled from the girl, and I see a woman staring. Dark-haired and dirty, she looks more like a beggar than a guest, and I have the mind to call the security at her when her mouth breaks out into a grin. Oh no. All I hear is her laughing. Is this like a psychological mind ghost or something? Because people should be hearing that, shouldn't they? Especially for that fucking close. Taunting. Her stares makes my blood run cold. It looks at me like I'm nothing but a pig to slaughter for her amusement. It makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my drink. But then in a blink, she's gone. The buzz of the party returns.
I'll keep that in mind, but are you alright?
No!
Yes, sorry. I just thought I saw something strange. It must be the trick of the light. Anyway, on a right, as you must already know.
Rebecca Gales.
Gales.
Does she know that name? I think it's fair like a fond memory. I don't remember them ever meeting. Wait, what? Meets an old friend of the housewarming party. What? I recall a kind lady, a private tutor who treated me like her own daughter when I was young. Wait, she's older? She'd even bring me food. There was no need to do so. Usually stubbles, which I honestly hadn't been too keen about, though I ate them nonetheless because she brought them for me.
Oh, the professor!
Professor?
And your little Becky!
Little Becky?
My parents couldn't make it since they're in Scotland right now. And Mom says hi, by the way.
Oh, that's who she meant by saying hi to. Oh, so that's why the relationship is that high. Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's me. Little Becky. We met once before.
Yes, oh, I remember you! You were the cutest little thing with glasses! And when we met, you were having boy troubles with this lad called something with an A.
Ash?
What was it again? Aaron, Alan, Adele, Albert, Alexander.
Holy shit, so many
Andrew?
A's. The more I list off names, the more red and the more quiet Becky gets. So all of them? She starts to look a bit miserable as her body language shows discomfort and stiffness. Perhaps I triggered a horrid childhood memory. Surely I had it mean when she visited with her mother. I don't quite remember all of it.
Ashton! Ash! That man is that boy! The same one.
What? So they've known each other that long. I remember they mentioned that they've been together for a while, but I didn't think it was that long. Oh! So everyone knows each other in some way. Oh.
Oh, goodness me, after all these years! I can see why, though. He's quite dashing.
You don't really need to announce it to everyone within earshot, you know? Keep it down.
I'm so sorry, but it really is cute.
And a tad bit sad.
This is a nice party, Miss Wright.
Please, Anna's fine. We're friends of a sort, aren't we? We must be friends, seeing as I know about your little infatuation, Becky. Don't you worry, dearie. You'll have your happy ending yet.
Unless I end up killing her, then... yeah.
I'm not too concerned about that, am I? That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh? And what makes you think that? Doesn't everybody want their happy ending?
But I don't think everyone gets their happy ending, though.
The idea of happy endings sounds like they're just for fairy tales. And they are, sorta.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just sit around, trapped in some tower and hope for the best. If you love them, you have to fight for it, right? You're not just going to sit there and hope that everything will just fix itself on its own. Like everything, you have to work at it. But what do I know?
There's a grimace, although she starts to relax around my presence. How long has it been since we met as children? Certainly a long time. She was tiny back then, if I recall correctly.
I'm sure the daughter of the two greatest professors I've ever known is smart enough to know what she's talking about. But have you told him how you feel? And it's been what? 20 years?
20 years? Jeez!
17, actually.
Close enough, still.
But no, not yet. He can be a bit dense.
Well, with the way he's been, yeah, I can see that.
I was hoping that maybe he'd notice on his own and...
With someone dense, I don't think so.
Well, that won't do. What if you two become husband and wife? He's not to be dense when he's sworn himself to another person. Why, you might just as well consider leaving before the day's even begun.
If that happens, I'll have to give him a good ear bashing, won't I? Whoever anyone ends up with, it's not going to be a perfect relationship anyway. There's going to be things you'll love and things you'll hate about the other person. We're just humans. It's funny. Here I am, trying to give you advice when you did the very same thing back then.
Did she? What?
I remember you giving me a makeover when we were still kids. And you were the first I told anyone about my... crush.
I do remember now that she mentions it. Did I give her that yellow summer dress? Or the pink blouse and petticoat? She must have kept some of what I said in mind. It feels ridiculous remembering all that years later, talking about boys and how they go crazy for pretty girls, as if it's some gospel every woman should adhere to. It was easy to say such things then, with me not knowing any better. Though looking at her now, she must have kept some of what I said in mind. Perhaps I did say something good at that time, enough for her to take it to heart. But all that didn't matter. The moment as I mull over what she just said in my head. Becky told me is very different from what Mary Ann told me. There's no time to ponder over that. However, as a hush descends upon the once lively crowd, music streams and the chatter slows to grindle halt as the doors from the foyer open. Luke! Last of the latecomers should have arrived moments ago. Anyone else that this late would simply be too embarrassed to show their face. So this could only be one person, or rather one man. There is only one man who is audacious enough to arrive at his own party so late. Luke!
Good evening, ladies and gents. Enjoying the party? I hope I'm not too late in welcoming you all to the right mansion.
I don't know, that sounded like a joke. Welcome you all to the right mansion. It could also be the wrong mansion. Unlike I, who raised in Spotlight and simply grew used to its presence, he sought it out every chance he could, even when there was no spotlight that shone. And I'll never put it against someone he smiles like that. He did so quite brilliantly under the security and the channels he's swordsmanship. You can tell by the way people's eyes light up as he speaks, how they listen, enraptured, even if all he's doing is simply greeting. A little wave of his hands here, a little smile there, and a bit of swagger. I always tell him that if he's not to be a businessman, he'll do well as an entertainer. I love the side of him, especially when he looks at me he beckons me over to humbly share this place. A single second is wasted as I excuse myself from Becky's side and I make my way to Luke's.
Welcome, one and all, to our humble abode. Tonight, if you have yet to find yourself in your roles, you are our ladies and lords of the court of your king and queen, if you would excuse my presumptuousness. So, enjoy the feast that has been laid out for your senses as we only allowed the best to be served.
Which is everyone in Luxembourg, if I'm correct.
Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone!
This is a round of applause, cheers, and even some hoots. Guests approach us left and right to shake Luke's hand and greet him personally, praise on their lips. It is because of this that I do not see her. I do not see her until she is dangerously close with fury in her eyes and she's already spitting venom. What? Johannes restrains her, taking care not to... What the hell? Okay, I was saying everything before it. Johannes restrains her, taking care not to unnecessarily harm the pregnant woman. But that does little to deter her rage. The man has no choice but to let her go, as an unborn child is hurt. Although, it might be too late for that as I see an emptied glass of wine in her hand. How much has she imbibed in...
Are you feeling ill, Rochelle?
Rochelle?
Perhaps you need to sit down and...
No! Shut it, you munter! I ain't talking to you! I'm talking to this scumbag over here!
Isn't Rochelle that officer's wife? What the hell?
You bloody bastard, standing there with your smarmy smile!
She interrupts me, jabbing her finger in my direction before she rounds on Luke. Even as whispers and murmurs break out among the guests, all I could focus on is the heat of the moment. Obliviously intoxicated, judging by the smell of alcohol on her breath. I'm not ticked off about this little display of hers, as at least not yet, but I'm absolutely pissed by the fact that she's endangered her own baby by drinking. There is a considerable amount of restraint and grace that I must excuse or exercise while I wait for her tantrum to subside. I keep a patient if tight smile on my face. Luke's expression, on the other hand, is indecipherable.
Watch your tongue! You're on thin ice, Rochelle. Where's your husband? Who even invited you?
I did.
And I told you with great emphasis not to. Now we have a drunk, hormonal, pregnant woman causing a stir. What is even going on?
I'm just about to ask that same thing.
I don't know. But Rochelle, do calm down before you hurt yourself. I can't understand a word you're saying.
Why? She's mumbling right now?
Where is that husband of yours? Lee! Collect your wife right now!
Don't you fucking talk like I'm not here and you're not responsible, you ass!
Responsible?
You told me that I should wait for you in the gardens!
What?
Excuse me. What is this nonsense you're going on about?
Crazy talk! That's all it is! Just completely and utterly mad!
What is going on?
Has anyone seen the Chief Inspector?
I am pregnant with your little bastard! You promised me you'll take responsibility.
What?
God damn it, Luke! I finally got you to talk to me after months of silence, and you do this to me!
What?
What do you mean you're pregnant with? Luke, is this true?
Lies and slander, woman! Security! Johans, take her out of here before she makes an even bigger fool of herself!
No, you do not do this to me! I was so ready to leave my stupid oaf of a husband. I told you to leave that damn wife of yours. Look at her. Does she look like she wants a baby? Does she look like she could take care of a baby?
I mean, she's probably better suited than you, Rochelle. It is now that Johannes returns with security along with a concerned look, Officer Lee. They surrounded her and moved to escort the hysterical woman. Judging by his pale face, he has heard the whole thing, and I feel nothing but pity for the man.
I'm so sorry for her behavior. She's been under a lot of stress. And the alcohol. Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot to see there. What is going on? Is there really nothing here but the rambling of a drunk? Yes, that's right. There's no way what Rochelle says is the truth. What she says doesn't match up. I know, Luke. If such a scandalous meeting are to be arranged, he won't do it in such an exposed place, especially not near his precious flowers. He'll definitely won't promise responsibility over a child unless it can be helped. Besides, Luke will never. He'll never go as far as sleep with another woman, right? Okay, fine. Who am I kidding? If I'm to be completely honest with myself, he might cheat. Psst. With a bit of temptation, a bit of alcohol, he just might. And that doesn't just make my blood boil to even think of the slightest possibility of infidelity. Lee isn't too far off when he told me how Luke still acted like some young hotshot bachelor. Perhaps a break is needed? I need to work for my happy ending. Wait, what? I'm gonna say yes. What? Because of reaction. I hate Luke as is, but it's just. I don't know. I need to work for my happy ending, or perhaps a break is needed. Well, 2, 4, 6. I don't know. Is it possible for them to still be together? Perhaps a break is needed? I need to work for my happy ending. I'm pretty sure as long as they work it out, it should be fine, right? Becky words are still fresh in my mind. It takes 2 to tango. Okay. Oh, and that increased the relationship. Okay. And I can't help but think that the girl, plucky woman that she is, has a point. If I love Luke, I'll have to fight for him, don't I? So far, I've been doing nothing and sitting on my behind, hoping it'll fix itself. This whole mess definitely isn't going to fix itself. How dare that woman try to drag our name and our relationship through the mud with her lies. And drunkenness. And at my own party. Determination fires me up as I take a step forward into the middle of the fray. All the while she has been screaming. I signal for security to stop, and I could already feel the glower on my face as I stare into hers. She wilts as soon as she sees me. She starts to grow anxious, and her protests die down. I can see as her haunty, angry expression turns into a horrified realization. Rightfully so, she should be scared. What is that thing that they say again? Never wake a sleeping dragon? They often think that Luke is the one in charge, that he's the one to be feared and appeased. They think me as only the pretty wife. They forget that I'm just as capable, just as worthy as respect.
I invite you, my friend, into my house on a day of merriment. And you insult my name and accuse my husband of infidelity. What have I ever done to make you treat us with such disrespect? You are no longer welcome in any of our estates, our properties, and our businesses. And we will no longer patronize yours. Now, escort the girl and make sure she isn't standing even an inch within our grounds.
She looks devastated. Reasonable. This does make her into a parade, doesn't it? Parade? What? English! Words! Difficult! I can't speak today! I should feel concerned, but I can't find even an inkling of mercy within me. I don't know what her plans was. I don't know what she wanted to make out of this. The money? Luke? Doesn't matter what she wanted.
You won't show your face to me ever again if you know what is good for you, Rochelle. Take her away.
The tension is thick in the air, and the silence that embraces the room is so set that one could practically hear a pin drop. They are worried and almost fearful glances from some of the guests, but all they know this is well within my right. She is the one who started this whole dilemma. It just so happens I'm the one ending it. As long as everyone holds their tongue, don't interfere, none of the consequences matter to me. Especially when my darling looks at me with a different shine in his eye. It almost seems as if he's proud of what I've done, and that spurs me on more than anything. Nonetheless, I still act upset because this does not change what just happened. He still has a lot to answer to. Because even if that woman is lying, there is always an inkling of truth in every lie. So when I turn on him to say that shock he displays brings me gratification, it's an understatement. Of course, there's no reason to make a husband and wife spat in a public spectacle. Spectacle? Blah, 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 blah. Some privacy will generate the least number of headaches and complications. Everyone is still far too busy in the ballroom. Most of the staff are still in the kitchen. A sharp glance at anyone who will go through the doors is all takes them. Words. The doors is all it takes to make them retreat. I don't like it whenever it's been a dark room. It's usually something bad due to the ghost. The most private we can get without me dragging Luke all the way to our bedroom is the foyer.
And you. We are going to talk about this, Lucille Mitchell-Wright.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to end it here, sort of my cliffhanger. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, got the like button. If you want to see more, got the subscribe or follow button to be notified what's going to happen with these two in the next part. So, if you got anything to say, say in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comrades?